Hey guys, this is Cyran and welcome to the 8th episode of my Let's Play where we challenge the 4th gym. The rules are the same as before, but here's a refresher. I can only use Dunsparce in battle, I can use other Pokemon for HMs, but can't use any of them in battle, no items in battle, except for held items, and finally, no glitches or exploits. Alright, enough dilly-dally, let's get on with the run. We arrive in the Nimbasa gym and oh my god, will you just listen to this music? Leader Elesa sends out Emolga, and we send out Chuck. Chuck uses Yawn, but the Emolga goes first and uses Volt Switch, which causes the Emolga to go back and return, and sends out a Flaffy. Chuck lands a Yawn, which makes the Flaffy go drowsy. Chuck uses Dig and buries underground. Flaffy uses Thunder Wave, but because we're underground, we avoid it. Chuck uses Dig, which brings the Flaffy down to the yellow, but we get paralyzed. And in the same turn, the Flaffy goes fast asleep. We contemplate for a little bit, and we can't decide what moves, but we decide to use Return, and Chuck's Quick Claw activates, which causes it to use Return first, knocking the Flaffy out. Elesa then sends out her Emolga. And we use Yawn, and our Quick Claw activates again and causes us to go first, making the Emolga grow drowsy. And then the Emolga uses Volt Switch, which brings us down to the yellow, withdrawing the Emolga and bringing out her ace, Zebstrika. Now, I decide to use Dig, and Zebstrika uses Pursuit, and then Chuck is paralyzed and can't move. So Zebstrika uses Quick Attack and turns first, but Chuck uses Roost, healing up to the green. Chuck uses Dig and his Quick Claw activates, but the Zebstrika uses Quick Attack, negating that, and then Chuck uses Dig. Zebstrika tries to use Volt Switch, but it misses because we're underground. Chuck uses Dig, which brings the Zebstrika down to the yellow, but the Zebstrika heals with the Citrus Berry. Chuck goes for Roost, but the Zebstrika uses Quick Attack and hits before we do, and Chuck uses Roost, which heals us back to full. I contemplate, but eventually Chuck uses Dig, the Zebstrika uses Volt Switch, brings him down to half health, and brings out Emolga. And we are paralyzed and can't move. The Emolga uses Volt Switch again, and sends out Zebstrika. Chuck uses Yawn. Zebstrika uses Pursuit, which brings us down to the yellow. Chuck uses Roost. brings him back to the green. to the end of Zebstrika falls asleep. The Zebstrika is fast asleep. Chuck is paralyzed. The Zebstrika is fast asleep. Chuck uses dig. Buries himself underground. Chuck lands the dig, knocking the Zebstrika out. Chuck levels up and grows to level 32. And Elesa sends out her final Pokemon, Emolga. And return. Emolga uses Volt Switch, but it doesn't get its effect because she has no Pokemon left, and Chuck is paralyzed, so he misses a turn. The Emolga uses Volt Switch again, which brings Chuck down to the yellow. Chuck uses Roost, which brings him down up to the green. We contemplate, but we decide to use Yawn. The Emolga uses Volt Switch again, bringing him around half health. Chuck lands a Yawn. And we decide to use Return. Chuck's Quick Claw activates, making us use Return first. And it brings the Emolga down to the yellow. And then the Emolga uses Volt Switch, brings us down to the yellow. Elesa uses a Hyper Potion, fully healing the Emolga. Chuck uses Roost. Which heals him up. We decide to use Return. The Emolga is fast asleep. We use Return, which brings the Emolga down to the yellow again. The Emolga is fast asleep. Chuck uses Return, knocking her out, winning us the battle. We get the Bolt badge, which allows us to... We get the Bolt badge from Elesa, which allows Pokemon up to level 50 to obey us without question, and we get the HM Volt Switch, which we won't need to use because of Chuck being the only Pokemon ring. And just listen to this music, like, can't you just dance around to this? So, this has been that's it for today's episode. See you next time, and if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.